Today is a get the random stuff done day that I've been thinking about. I have been kind of feeling not bad, but unprepared with my water situation. And so I figured the best way for me to get started was to just get started. So I decided that I would keep these bottles. That was satisfying, it came off in one piece. So I decided I would just keep these bottles and I would fill them up and I would put them under my stairs in a nice, cool, dark area. And I would do what I could do now because I would really like to have one of those big tanks where you have water, but that's just not realistic right now. We don't really have a place to put it at this moment. And so I didn't really know what to do. So what I decided was I was just going to keep all of the food grade bottles that I could find and that we have gone through or will go through or whatnot, just little by little. If I just keep stocking up on these kind of bottles, then eventually I'll have not enough, but I will have more than I had before. And we have normal water bottles, but you know, you're not going to want to wash your hair with that kind of water if there was an emergency or something. But today I have already washed and just washed with soapy warm water all of these bottles. I'm going to fill them up and then I'm going to put them under my sink. And I mean, not under my sink, under my stairs. And it's just been on my mind lately. So we're just going to get that done. Here we've got 6 liters, 1 gallon, and then I can't remember how much this was, maybe like a half gallon or something like that. So maybe three-ish gallons maybe, I don't know. But if I just keep doing this for the next little bit with all of the containers that I find, then we will be in better shape than we have been. Not that we typically have natural disasters that shut off our water like some people do, but just in case. The next item on my random to-do list that I have been putting off for a while is to oil up all of my wooden utensils and wooden cutting boards that I use. I don't do this as frequently as I should, but today is the day of getting random things that I need to do done. So I have lots of these handles that are just like, I don't do it often enough, and so they're getting like kind of frayed, or they're just getting super dried out. And then these couple cutting boards that my husband made, and some that I got from the store. I have a much love for wooden cutting boards. I think they just look so beautiful, but I need to take care of them if I want them to last. So supposedly the rule is if it's brand new, like you just made it, then it needs to be oiled once a day for a week, and then once a week for a month, and once a month for a year, and then basically just as needed after that. And all of these are older than a year, so we haven't been oiling them that much, but I do try to oil them when they're showing signs of like drying out. So that's what we're going to do today. We have this food grade mineral oil. I think we got this one from Home Depot one time, but I've seen it at like Lowe's, or sometimes the normal grocery store has it, or one time I even saw it at IKEA by their cutting boards, so that you could take care of their cutting boards. So what I do is I just put them, let's see, this one, I try to get out a something that's going to keep it off of the surface so that it can like fully dry around it. And I use some paper towels. You could use a old rag or an old t-shirt or something that you don't care about, because it's not going to look the same after this. I just like to squirt it on the rag for the handles, and then just try and put it on there, and they will actually soak up a lot more than you think. So I do it once and then let them sit for a little while, they check if it's all gone, I do it again. And I just let them sit on a cookie sheet, on a drying rack. This one, I love this one. I use it all the time, and I have noticed that the handle was getting rather dry. Look at that one. That's crazy. That one's not the most highest quality, but still use it. For this one has feet, so I'm just going to rub the bottom. See if it'll even. This one's pretty new, so I don't know if it's going to absorb much. Why you oil them is so that they don't crack and then dry out and crack. Want them to keep. If there's an exposed end grain, I really try to get that. This one is very much loved. We're going to do a little before and after to see how much it changes. For this one soaks up a lot because it's one that we made ourselves. And I neglected it for a little while, and so the ends started cracking. Because I neglected it for a while, that crack right there, and eventually it's going to crack all the way up probably, but for now we'll just keep rubbing it. I've seen recipes for like beeswax and I can't remember what else they put in it, but I found that this is just easiest for me. I don't have to make up anything. If you had beeswax already, that would certainly be easier because then you don't have to go buy anything. But here's another one that my husband made that we use quite frequently. In our old house, we had a sink that was really matte, anyways, it was black. And I really loved it because it was like a farmhouse sink, and it was huge, and I could wash anything, could wash kids. But the sink actually, for how the instructions on how to clean it was, you'd clean it with, you'd clean it with soap and water, and then you would rub it with mineral oil, which I had never heard that before for a sink. Okay, let's check these ones out. Look, here are all my utensils and cutting boards that are all nicely oiled up. They will probably soak up all this oil over the night, and I might have to reapply this one more time because I really have not done this in a super long time, so they're probably very thirsty. But this is how you oil up all of your wooden utensils and stuff like that. If you're not doing it and just throwing them out and replacing them, you can easily remedy that, the need to do that by just taking care of them how they were intended to. And most people don't actually tell you how to take care of them, but because nowadays we just throw stuff away and buy new ones. But this is how we take care of our wooden stuff. And this is one more thing that I can check off on my list now, and I can go to bed because I just keep going and going and going. It is looking much better than it was before. Thanks for accompanying me on my random night of getting things done that I knew I needed to be doing, but I didn't do, and I've been putting them off. But I hope that this will help me feel a little bit more put together when I cook next time, because these handles were getting a little slivery, I guess is the word. Anyways, they were just fraying a little bit, so I needed to take care of them. If you guys have ideas on water containers or how to store water in a house that doesn't really have space for that, let me know. And yeah, I hope you join me next time on whatever life takes us to tomorrow. Bye!